Anybody home? Kona bantu hapa? What is your name?
My name is Pasi. Pasi Francis.
Oh, no, I'm not here to fight. I'm not a freedom fighter. I'm here to ask you to question you. What causes crime here in the Cape Flats?
And who are you trying to question me?
I'm Minister of Police, Minister Fikile Mbalula.
I know you. So, crime. Crime is caused by the lack of employment. Many people in this place are unemployed, so they are starving, Minister. And they resort to crime, since it is the easiest and the quickest way of getting money or something to eat. Actually, on second thoughts, now that I think about it, last week Saturday, we were chilling at the Zolis. Away, my sister, skip quiet. Skip quiet. And then we started debating about this song, and how it came about. Some said this song, it was just a song by Krankats who were trying to promote sex, while others said they heard the writers of this song saying this song means blessings on top of another blessings, while others said they said amanga kak, if it was blessings on top of another blessings, they could have said amanye pes kwa amanye mos. And then all of a sudden an old drunk man came into the conversation. At first nobody wanted to listen to him. I couldn't even blame them. He was too drunk. And that was the old Jimmy, until when he said,
Omunya Pesgomunya explains the story of the Cape Flats. The story of disposition of a card man in his motherland. I've been studying Cape Town for many years and the issue of violence in the Cape Flats and how it is analyzed. It has been troubling me for the very longest time. We've now been bombarded with all manner and horror stories by mainstream media about gangs and guns, drugs, and this is especially the case of African-speaking parts of the Cape Flats. You may assume that the people who are living in the Cape Flats, all they do when they wake up is to sniff drugs and form gangs and kill each other and who eat, who shit, repeating the same thing over and over again. Like there is no any other thing they can do. To slaughter each other, or even worse, to slaughter each other. Yeah! The state guns and drugs narrative is convenient for the state because it serves the blacks and white, and it makes it difficult for us to make a meaningful conversation on the Cape Flats that is based on the historical content of that part of the world. From the 1600s onwards, the Europeans and the Dutch, the English later invaded what is called the Cape Peninsula. They violently seized the prime land, enslaved the natives, and sent them to plantations in South America and Western world. They then created a little Europe for themselves in a form of Camps Bay, Waterfront, Sea Point, Bishop Coast. And what do they do for the natives? What do they do for the natives? They created the concentration camp holes which are meant to supply them with cheaper labor. And this is Mitchell's Plain, Grassy Park, Guguletu, Nyanga, and Accenta. Today our big-bellied, intellectually lazy leaders, they say our problem in the Cape Flats is guns and gangs and drugs. No! No! The guns and drugs are the consequences. And without meaningful means to engage in a productive community life. the European landlords who occupy the Cape Peninsula were directly responsible for the carnage we are seeing unfolding in the Cape lands. The primary land occupied belongs to the great-grandparents of the young people of the Cape lands who sadly been deported by fatal consequences of civilian population. The prime land, the state guns and drugs, narrative is an old trick that governments who believe in neoliberalism used to blame poor blacks why the state must periodically unleash the... This was actually the process of antisocial behavior in the Cape lands.
Why is this the government's attitude? Who come is the government's attitude? The government and if they mark the whites who fraudulently own prime land in the Cape Peninsula uncomfortable, or to make the white and the Chinese investors nervous. That is who come. That is who come. The narrative and guns, gangs and drugs is convenient for both the Western Cape DA and the police ministry under you, Minister.
You know, in an African way of doing things, it is believed that the child belongs to his father's family. Or in this case, you may say they belong to the father's land. As much as you may declare that South Africa is the motherland to the colored people, as much as the history narrates that colored are bastard children from a Dutch father and an African mother. So why don't you demand the land you are talking about somewhere in the Dutch land where your grandparents originate?
Okay. That's okay.